What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for sticking with us. If you're a long-time subscriber, if you're new here and you like this kind of content, please make sure you drive on over, hit that subscribe button. That like button really helps out with what we're trying to do here on the channel. I think this is part 5 of restoring Showtime's 2005 Cat Eye Chevy Silverado. We're going to try to get a lot done today, so stick with us. We're going to try to drop this oil pan, maybe change the serpentine belts, maybe get the headliner done. Try to get a lot done today in part 5 because part 4 is just one thing. So stick with us. Let's go. Alright, so Showtime's not a very patient person. So this was taken off camera. This is the old headliner right here. This is the actual headliner itself under here, and this is the new fabric. We're gonna let it sit out in the sun, hopefully de-wrinkle a little bit. We're gonna have to come up with something to combat this wind. While that's sitting in the sun, hopefully stretching out, we're gonna get started on this oil pan, I think. So let's get after it. All right, first order of business. Got the old jack out. Put this thing up on jack stands. The Daytona 6 tons. Give us plenty of height. Now we'll be able to get up under here a little easier. Let's see if we can get up under here and look and see what this oil pan removal is going to take. Let's go. All right, up under the truck. There's the oil pan. Looks like we may have to drop this steering rack down. I'm gonna have to take these crossbars off and probably this cross brace, this big guy here, take it completely out of the way. I don't know, those steering rack lines they are right on the pan. So those will probably have to come out, or at least this rack drop down. Got a whole wiring harness here in the way. This is gonna be a pain in the booty. But it's gotta be done, so let's get the oil drained and then get after the process of taking this thing down. All right, let's go. Show you what needs to be done as we do it. Look how clean that oil is. We just put that in like 2 miles ago. But we still have an oil pressure issue, so we're going to drop this pan. Such a waste of good clean oil. Well, kind of clean. It gets gunky at the end. Did you bring that magnet bowl? Yeah. All right, you think the M12 gonna get this off?
Yep.
Oh, no problem. What about that?
Yep.
All right, so Showtime here. He was pretty proud of his Milwaukee. He challenged the DeWalt Atomic to a test. So let's see. Just blew a bunch of shit in my face. No problem for the Atomic either. Let's get the other one. break out the old 4-pound sledge on her. She's crusted in there pretty good. All right, the help of the old sledge and pry bar, we got the cross brace off. Slide it off to the side. May even hit that with a wire wheel, put a little paint on it. It's rusted up pretty good. Now, we got all the little bolts that go around the edge. These 2 bolts at the back that go through the bell housing to hold it on. Still contemplating whether we actually got to drop this steering rack or not, but if we do, that's just a little pry tool. You can use it. If we do, it looks like we got enough slack just to kind of drop it down a little bit. It doesn't have to come all the way out. Everything under here is just so crusted together, it's kind of tough to see. So let's work on getting the rest of this stuff out, and then we'll get back to it. All right, we got the oil pan off. Luckily we had the pan under here because it got quite messy. But look at this, just gunk all in the pickup tube, gunk all up there. I think I'm gonna have to take this, I'm definitely gonna take the pickup tube off, but I think I'm gonna take that pan off as well and check up in there where the crank is and just see what we're looking like. That's pretty funky. Let me show you we did have to drop the steering rack, by the way. See if we can get out from under here and show you the oil pan itself. So just gunk all in there. We'll take this separator pan off, get all this cleaned up. We got a new gasket. So we'll get that off, get everything cleaned up. Once we get everything cleaned up, I'll show you what we're looking like. Let's go. All right, let's get this sludge out. Yeah, buddy. I'd say she's sludgy. All right, here's our stack of tools so far. But we got the oil pan off. As you saw, we were cleaning on it. I got the oil pickup tube off. It was pretty nasty, so we were gonna just get another one, but it's like 120 bucks. So we decided to clean up what we had. Then I went ahead and took that valley pan off. We cleaned it up, both sides. Everything looked good with the rods. The cam, everything that we could see from below looked good. Not too much corrosion up in there. Sprayed it all out. Wiped her down. Got this valley pan back on. Torqued it down to 20 foot-pounds. We got a new O-ring. This O-ring was stuck up in there. It don't feel terrible actually as far as being dry. But we're gonna put a new one on. And we'll get the oil pickup tube in there, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. What's up? Why are you laying on the pavement?
I got nothing else to do.
All right, we got the oil pickup tube on. Torque those bolts to 20 foot-pounds. I think that's what we Googled. You see the screen is clean now. The tube's cleaned out. New O-rings put on. That bolt up in there called for, according to Google anyways, 106 inch-pounds. So we got that torqued down. Now we're ready to put the oil pan back together. Let's go check that out and then we'll get it under here. All right, all the sludge that you saw in here earlier is out. This oil level sensor, we might have to change that out later. I don't know if it works still, but we got most all that cleaned out. We're gonna put this baffle back on, gasket on it, and then we're gonna put this bad boy back under the truck. You excited to have this project done?
Yeah.
All right, we got the oil pan all back on. Swapped in the new oil filter so we can get ready to put some new oil in her. Got the steering rack back on. These bolts right here call for 136 pounds of torque. So that was a little doing. All these have been torqued in the right sequence. The bell housing bolts that go to the oil pan call for 36 pounds. So make sure you aren't doing everything the same. The two long ones, these two guys right here. So one here, one on the other side. 187 inch-pounds, I think. So make sure you don't over torque those. We just got to get the cross member back over, or the brace, the cross brace back on. And then, yeah, we'll be about ready to set this thing down. Put some dadgum oil in her. Let's go. All right, we're gonna get this thing off the jack stands so she's sitting level. We're gonna put some oil in it, start it up, check for leaks, check for pressure, and then we're gonna take it to lunch, make sure the oil pressure doesn't drop. After that, I'm gonna start on the next thing to do, which is serpentine belts and pulleys. Did you take the safety key out?
Yeah. No, it's not popping never.
Oh, we might have a defective jack stand. Let's go see. Go up enough to hit that jack a couple more times. All right.
Dad.
What's you been doing?
I'm going to show y'all.
Huh? Hey, you need some more white. Spread this around. I tell you what, do. Take your hands. Rub your sister's face. Rub your sister's face. All right, now put that on your cheeks. Especially right here. Right here.
Oh, no.
All right, let's get some oil in her. 6 quarts. The new oil filter got a half a quart in it already. Oh my goodness, oil abuse.
It was a little bit.
What we got? Oh, okay, it don't look that bad. Man, choke under pressure pouring. All right, putting oil in her, check her for leaks. No leaks sitting still.
Here, come look at our relaxing thing.
We got that cross member all de-rusted and painted. Showtime did that, took the wire wheel to it for about an hour and a half. Painted that thing up. All right, I don't see any leaks. Double check the drain plug, make sure it was tight, because I just put it back in finger tight after draining the oil earlier. All right, let's start it up. All right, we got pressure. Good, let's check for leaks. All right, just got back from getting lunch. Everything's good. Little ones are enjoying their homemade pool with lunch. And oil pressure was good, everything looked good there, no leaks. So now we're gonna get on to the belt here. So we used the stethoscope, and this thing is definitely rattling. We know we need an alternator, but we don't have one of those right now, but we don't really wanna wait either. just in case we got the wrong belt. We want to be able to replace it. But we got the main serpentine belt, and then on this one down here you have another belt that runs the AC. So we're going to you got to get the main serpentine belt off first, and then you can get the accessories belt off. So we're going to work on doing that now. Hopefully we got the right belts. We're also going to replace this pulley, and we're going to replace the pulley down at the bottom for the accessories belt. I ordered this whole bracket right here, but it hasn't come in yet. So we're just going to go ahead and get after it. We'll redo that later if need be. Let's go. All right, got the old serpentine belt off. See, she kind of cracked up. Doesn't look terrible, terrible. Might keep it as a spare. Says it's the GM 125-76451. And we got the AC Delco 6K930. Safe to say that might be the factory belt. This one's the right size. Now let's see if we can get that accessory belt off. All right, got the accessory belt off. The new one is the right size. The old one definitely cracked. That sucker's no good at all. All right, new belt on, new pulley on, new accessory drive tensioner on, new accessory drive belt. Start it up, let's see if she still squeaks and if the belt's on correctly. No more squeak. Belt's on correctly. All right, money, let's go. All right, so everything mechanically is good. Now we're going to try to do this headliner material. This is the stuff that scares us more than anything. We left this sitting outside so the fabric could kind of de-wrinkle, and the wind blew it everywhere. So we got some cracks in the headliner. Hopefully the fabric holds it all together like it's supposed to. But we don't know. We're just gonna spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray. We ain't never did nothing like this before, but it looked like garbage before you saw it. We'll see what it looks like afterwards. Let's go. All right, Showtime's back here rolling. I think we did something wrong. I don't know if we didn't put enough adhesive or if we didn't let it tack up long enough, or we're having a really hard time getting it to stick in these rounded edges here. So he's going to stay out here and roll for the rest of the evening, try to get it to stick. And if it does stick, we'll show it to you in the next video and it'll look great. If it doesn't stick, we might just take this thing to an upholstery shop and drop it off. I don't know. But we got a bunch of other stuff done. I think we're going to be good to go on the oil pressure situation now, so I'm super excited about that. And the kid's been out here having a good time. He's been out here working. The little one's been out here acting a mess. So anytime you can have a day like that, it's not a bad life if it's a dad life. Let's go.